All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Smash Brothers. It's me, the handsome one, Dale, and with me,
the more handsome one, Derek.
You know it could get more handsome than this. It does. So today, we're going to talk about our Hawaii trip coming up this March.
It's our new adventure.
Yep, with the family. Again, we went, it was 7 years ago.
Has it been 7 years?
It's been 7 years.
It's been too long.
It'll be almost exactly 8 years when we go again this March. It'll be almost 8 years.
Yes, we're going in March. We went in April, huh?
Yep.
So almost 8 years. Oh, that's been too long. We've missed the Hawaii Islands.
And oh my God, I had long hair when we went last time. I wish I had long hair again.
That's when I actually just shaved my head, was for that trip. That's when I started shaving my head again, was for that trip.
So one thing that we learned on our trip to Hawaii was poi wasn't what we thought it would taste like.
What did you think about poi?
I think we both concluded we had two words for poi.
Yep.
Poi.
Poi. It was the worst.
Yeah. You like sour, warm nothing? Here's a bowl of it.
And you know, 'cause we watch like food shows, and on the food shows they go to Hawaii and they try poi, and all the natives love it, and all the people that travel hate it.
And in my mind, I see this taro root that's purple colored, and in my head, I'm thinking ube. And I keep thinking this sweet ube flavor, knowing ube
which is purple yam.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking it's got to be similar. Nothing. It's nothing.
Oh my gosh, it was like sour, bitter, and we were hyped for
it's
it.
Like slimy plain yogurt.
We were roommates at the time when we were getting ready to go. We were roommates, and we were on our own little adventure in the house, and we were talking about how awesome it's going to be to have all this poi, and we're going to buy so much because we love
bathe in poi.
Because we love taro. I mean, we love taro.
And I like ube, and I thought it's like, oh my God, this is like a ube taro.
And that's like the most thing we were hyped about for. It seemed like it was the poi.
Anytime you get a boba that's taro flavored, it ends up being a purple ube.
Well, let's talk about the first night we got to Hawaii. So it was with our parents and your kids and us, and we took off because they were all tired, and we took off to go kind of explore. And do you remember where we stopped to go eat, like late at night?
Was it Zippy's?
No, it was McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I thought that was.
And it's cool because McDonald's has like Spam and rice and eggs and stuff. But remember what we got for dessert?
Ube pie.
No, not
mango
ube.
Pie.
No, taro.
Oh
taro
yeah,
pie.
Taro pie. They call it taro pie, and it's ube. It's pretty much just ube.
It was delicious.
If anybody doesn't know what ube is, it's delicious, and you need to try it.
Yeah, purple yam. It's good. And so we had that, and we were still like so hyped because the McDonald's taro pie was so good too.
Yep.
So we get to a luau.
Yeah, at the Polynesian Cultural Center.
We get to this luau with all this food.
Yeah, there's just a huge buffet, and we see this section of poi, and I slopped that on my plate. I was excited for it.
So excited for
it. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, wow, this has a different consistency than what I was thinking in my head.
It was what I thought because I saw them make it on the travel channel.
So for me, I'm just like, oh my God, this is like glue that's been sitting out for a while.
Yeah, it is like glue. It is like glue texture.
And it's like you could grab chunks of it with your hand. So
then we took a bite,
and I immediately regretted it.
It was almost like it ruined our Hawaii vacation.
It didn't ruin it. It just ruined
that day.
Yeah, it ruined the day. You know, the raining on us wasn't bothering me. It was that stupid poi.
It was the poi at the luau that ruined it all. But we did make up for it because we had an awesome trip. Because again, our parents took your kids. And it was just the two of us.
And we went and rented
scooters. And I forgot you don't know how to ride.
I haven't ridden a motorcycle once in my life when I was 12, and I flipped it. It was a dirt bike. I flipped it and tore my leg to shit. And I never rode a bike since. And here I am in my mid-20s going late 20s, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I rented the high-powered scooters that you needed a motorcycle license to rent, and they never checked, and I just did it anyways.
Because I had the motorcycle. Yeah. I ride motorcycles.
And I'm trying to talk about bikes like I know what I'm saying. And I'm like, oh, what's this? My bike doesn't have this. And you go, all bikes have that. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, they do.
We take out of this garage from this rental place.
They almost smash into like two families on the sidewalk.
And the lamppost, or
The street light.
yeah, the street light post, right out of the rental place.
Well, I'm turning the front wheel. Like, why isn't the bike turning? My wheel is completely turning. I'm going straight, and onto the sidewalk I go.
but you got the hang of it, luckily.
Yeah, well, the next turn you got to turn your whole body. You have to lean your body.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, like this? Oh, wow, look, my bike turned.
So we had a good time. We took off, we went to Hamauna Bay. So in our scooters, it had a good amount of space under the sea. We had snorkel gear. We went snorkeling, saw sea turtles.
Yeah, I was hanging out with
fish,
turtles.
coral. It was awesome. And then we went to, on our way, we got
Saw waterfalls.
Oh, what was it called? The ass blows?
Big blowhole.
Big blowhole.
The ass
blow.
The blow ass.
So we saw that was cool. We kind of climbed down these rocks a little bit and saw that up close. We got pretty hungry. We stopped at these shrimp trucks.
Yeah, we got the shrimp trucks.
Oh my gosh, it's the best food in Hawaii. So we were on Honolulu. It's the best. Oahu. Yeah, we left Honolulu. That's where we started. We were driving along the coast. The food truck's the best food. The best food. We got like this garlic fish with mango and rice, and then shrimp.
Isn't fish? I don't think we.
No, we had two. We had two different ones because we wanted to try different stuff. So we just got two dishes. One was the garlic fish with rice and mango, and then we got the shrimp, and oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
We're doing it again next year. I can't wait.
And then Puka Dogs was pretty good.
It was okay. It was good. It was good to try it because I've heard a lot about it. So it was good to try it.
It was worth trying, but I might do it again if we stumble across it and I'm hungry.
Right, we're not going to seek it.
Right.
All right, yeah. And then what else we do on our adventure on our scooter? We got fish trucks. We
went
awesome.
to the Dole Plantation.
Dole Plantation? Oh, on the way though, we got rained on.
Oh shit!
Like the heavens above opened up and just dropped 10 feet of rain a second.
Yeah, and we were on the freeway going 70 on these scooters in nothing but tank tops and flip flops,
and just getting pelted with. I mean, the rain.
Bee stings.
The rain. Yeah, I feel like bee stings. Like someone would just have a handful of sand and just launched it at us. So we pulled over into like a
Quiznos.
Yeah, Quiznos. It was like a strip mall with Quiznos and Costco, and we just stood there, took off our shirts, and rang them out. Our tank tops, we just rang them out because they were just drenched. We just had to sit there and wait.
Yep, we waited it out. What was that? 30 minutes and it was gone. And then
about 30 minutes. Yeah, they just do that. Just drops and then it's over.
And then we hit the road again. And then that's when we got to the Dole Plantation. And we got there just in time for some Dole Whip.
That was our first experience, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
I loved it. Dole Whip.
I always get it every time I see it now.
I know, it's so
Froyo
good.
places have it now.
Oh, do they? Is it comparable? Pretty good?
I can't remember. The only way we're going to find out is when we go back.
Yes.
And then I can say for sure whether it's better or it's the same.
Yeah.
But Disneyland's is good.
Okay, all right.
And you know if Disney has it, they have the best of the best.
Disney does it right, yeah. Disney does it right. And then we went, did we just go back after that? We just kind of went on a little sightseeing
drive. We just kind of cruised.
We found some secret hidden beaches.
Yep.
They're because we got lost. We were ass backwards.
Yeah, we didn't know where's Kamehameha?
We didn't know where we were going.
Hey, brother, where's Kamehameha?
We just stumbled across these awesome secret hidden beaches. That was pretty awesome.
That was way cool.
But, we got fried. I was fried. I was burnt from being on the scooter the whole day. I mean, the next day I couldn't even walk out in this. I was hiding in the shades.
Yeah, it was.
I was so burnt.
And then you kicked a piece of coral. And you got a piece of coral lodged in your toe.
Well, I didn't kick. So what I did was I was boogie boarding, bodyboarding.
Oh, that was right after our paddleboard experience.
Yeah,
our very first paddleboard. We'll talk about that after. This is your coral situation.
So I'm going out there on the bodyboard, and the tide goes down, and it's starting to come up. So I'm like, okay, this is the time to start kicking, and start going out. And as soon as the first kick, boom! I kicked a piece of coral, and it hurt like hell. I'm like, I better go. I keep paddling. I'm like, this really hurts a lot. I better come back in. And I look there's a piece of coral sticking in my toe. And I go up to, what's it called? Lifeguard station. And oh man, this little little Hawaiian cutie came down. And I was like...
We were single at the time, it's okay.
And I said, hey, there's something wrong with my foot, but I just was admiring.
But my foot's in my pants.
But anyway, she didn't do much. She just kept squirting water on it. We had to go back to the hotel, or back to our suite, and you had to dig it out.
Yeah.
Oh man, it hurt. I still have the scar, actually. I still have the scar.
I was EMT certified at the time.
Yes.
And so he said, hey,
That's what I said. Like,
you're
EMT
magic. Here, take care of
you
this.
had to do this. And you literally had to dig out the coral and all the sand.
Yeah.
Oh man, it hurt like hell. And then that was the day before we left, or that was the day that we left?
It was like 2 days before.
No, it was like the day because I remember because we went to the airport and you had to take off your shoes and my sock was blood red. It soaked in my sock. Yeah. And I didn't notice till I took my shoe off. I'm like, shit, I gotta fly 4 more hours like this on the airplane. So that's why I knew it was like the day of or the day before.
Okay, it had to be
the day
fresh.
Before. It was pretty fresh. But yeah, you were saying that was also before we did the boogie boarding, we were actually doing stand-up paddle boarding.
Yeah. And
we sucked.
Yeah. Well, there was a ton of waves out there. And we were in Waikiki.
Because we were in the ocean, yeah.
And so granted, there's a shit ton of coral there that's dangerous as hell if you fall on it. So there's a little section for kids to swim in that like breaks the waves up and everything.
Prevents sharks.
Yeah, no shark attacks. So we start just paddleboarding in there, and it's just kind of like back and forth is really all you can do. But I felt pretty comfortable on there, but yeah, I still was falling off a lot, and my feet hurt. The arches of my feet.
Because we were like trying to grip with our toes on the board. I think what it was is because we didn't have the fin on the bottom of the boards.
Did we not? I swear to God it did.
No, because they're renting them out. They're easily going to break renting them out like that. I don't remember seeing the fin on the boards.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
Because we were talking last episode about you got some stand-up paddle boards, and we jump on those things no problem.
Uh-huh.
We were jumping on those, but this one we were like, we couldn't stay on for like a minute.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They might have been too small for us too. Because I learned a lot now. I need at least 11 foot or more, like 11 and a half. A 12 footer is the best.
Yeah.
But 11 and a half I can do just fine on, but 12 foot I can probably do a cartwheel on it.
Yoga poses. Our daughters were doing yoga poses on
they thought they were so
paddle
cool.
boards. Yeah, they were doing these yoga poses. But anyway, that was fun. I can't wait. March we're going again, so we're getting the whole family. My family, your family, our parents, and then your in-laws are all coming. So it's gonna be an awesome time. Now, I want to transition a little bit because also last episode we were talking about NFL and how we're disappointed because our San Diego Chargers are now in LA and it's not the same. But I was listening to ESPN the other day and they were talking about, and they've always talked about it, but they were talking again about NFL season. Why not eliminate preseason and just add additional 4 more regular games? So instead of 16, it's 20. I never watched preseason. Do you watch preseason?
I don't give a shit about preseason because it doesn't count. So it's
exactly,
so stupid.
It doesn't count. It's like because they're trying to. What's the point, right? I don't know if they're trying to warm them up or they're trying to see who still they want to cut. Is that what the point is of it is?
It might be because I know they don't play their top players always.
Yeah.
Because they want to rest them. They don't want them getting hurt before this actual season starts.
My favorite player of all time was LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yep.
He never played preseason. Never. I mean, even in his prime. He never played preseason. That was probably
smart because look how long he lasted.
Yeah.
Because in that position, people don't last more 3-4 years, and he went a good 8.
Yeah. I mean, MVP and everything. So yeah, it's a good point. Why put yourself into risk injury in a game that doesn't count, like you said? Well, I mean, what do you think? Do you think we should eliminate preseason, add more games, or just stick to 16 games? What do you think?
I would be okay with maybe one preseason game for everybody to just get one good warm up in.
Okay.
It doesn't count, just a practice, and then 4 additional games for the season.
Oh, I did hear maybe cut 2, so make it 2 preseason and then add 2 additional regular season. I've heard that topic be discussed too.
I don't see it necessary for 2. I think 1 preseason would be good, and then just add 3 more regular seasons.
Do any other sports do preseason stuff? NBA? Did NBA? I don't know. I don't remember.
No, they just get right in.
Do they just get right into it? Did they used to do preseason? I feel like they used to do preseason.
I don't remember.
But
I haven't been watching basketball since the golden age of the 90s when Karl Malone and John Stockton
to Malone.
That was after they retired. I couldn't get back into basketball.
All right, let's transition into basketball. Well, first of all, football. Yeah, I don't know. I say get rid of the preseason. I say what's the point?
I would say get rid of it completely, or I'd be okay with one preseason game, or just get rid of it completely.
So I got a couple sports topics I want to talk to you about. So hopefully people don't get too bored with sports. But let's talk about basketball because LeBron recently signed with the Lakers, and we have a mutual friend, we'll say, that is a huge LeBron fan, and they jump. So they were a huge Cleveland Cavaliers fan. Then they were the biggest Miami Heat fan. Oh, guess what? They're the biggest Cavaliers fan again. And now, all of a sudden, they went to LA. I don't think for this purpose, but they went to LA and they purchased Lakers gear, Lakers hat, Lakers jerseys with LeBron's number on it. All this stuff just because of LeBron. What do you think of people that do that?
I think if they're not like, I'm a team fan and more of just I'm a individual fan.
Okay.
So if he was going, oh, go Lakers, I love the Lakers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no you don't, liar. But if he was going, I love you, LeBron, you're my favorite. Every time, he's my favorite guy. Then, yeah, I'm fine with that because they're just buying LeBron name things, only LeBron and not like the whole team and not putting like Lakers across their windshield. They're not putting...
But they got like Lakers gear, like hat, lanyard, all this other stuff.
That part's stupid. Maybe it's just to match the jersey that they're wearing. If they're deciding to wear a jersey that day and it just kind of matches. But if you're just that person's fan, then just wear that person's gear.
Yeah.
But if you're hopping whole teams and buying all new everything, now you have a Lakers cooler, like that's just...
I think, and this goes back to like Steph Curry. He's big popular right now. So everyone are like bandwagon Warriors fans. When Warriors were shit for decades before Steph Curry.
Not for decades.
It's been a while since they've been good.
Chris Mullin.
That's been a while. That's been like a couple decades.
Oh my god.
That's how old you're getting.
Oh my god.
You're getting old, bud.
2 gray hairs.
So they've been shit for a while, and all of a sudden now Steph Curry, and I was like, I see everyone wearing their Warriors hats all of a sudden. It's like, are you really a fan of the Warriors, or just recently because they won a couple championships? I think people who cheer specifically for the winners, I think they're weak. I think they're weak-minded people.
Yeah.
That's just me.
And what sucks about it is that the NBA turned into these power teams now that those are always going to be the same teams going to the playoffs, the finals, all the time.
That's what the Yankees did, right? They went and bought all the best players and they won all the championships.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what they're doing now. The Heat did it and the Cavaliers did it, and now the Lakers have done it for so long.
That happened right after that golden age when all the teams had like 2 or 3 good players on all the teams.
And it was fun because you just were like...
Especially when you played NBA Jam because it was, the 2
NBA
good players
Jam
on every team.
Boom shakalaka! NBA Jam was the best. Nail in the coffin. Anyway, I love that game. I played it. I was always the Jazz or the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
Grandmama.
Well, the Jazz or the Bulls.
You're the Jazz or the Bulls?
Yeah.
Obviously, the Jazz were from Utah.
Even though that was a big, big rivalry in the 90s because we always went to the finals together. Well, not always, but it happened a few times.
Yeah, it happened back-to-back times.
You had to give credit where credit's due. I mean, they were the shit.
Yeah.
So, if I wasn't going to be the Jazz, because I was always player 2, stupid older brother.
Yeah, you're the younger
brother.
brother.
If you picked the Jazz first, then I was going to hit the Bulls.
Sometimes I like to be the Charlotte Hornets.
And then that's when I'm the Jazz.
I got excited when the Charlotte Hornets came back again recently. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, on top of that, I think people that always just cheer for the winner or just for the best, I think they're weak. Because then, I talk about in their life, I think they're weak. Because, they get any type of adversity, they're going to puss out. Because they're like, oh, I'm so used to winning. Because I've always cheered for LeBron, and he's the best player. I'm always cheering for Michael Jordan, and then when the Bulls don't make it, now I'm weak. And when someone yells at me, I cringe up because I don't know how to handle it. That's not just my opinion, though. But I think it's a puss move to always cheer and jump around. Like I'm a Utah Jazz fan, and when the team wasn't playing as great, yeah, I wasn't watching so much. But I didn't switch teams. I just was like, yeah, I'm not really following very much.
Yeah, I just pretty much said I'm not gonna watch basketball anymore.
Right.
my team is gone.
But we got Donovan Mitchell. He's looking pretty good.
Actually, seeing what happened last season, and I'm kind of excited to see this season. I might get back into basketball. I have never paid for a Jazz ticket before. We used to go to a lot of Jazz games.
We
never had to pay
We always
for
had
them.
free tickets. I mean, they were nosebleeds, but still.
But even now, though, like I wouldn't pay for a ticket. But seeing how they're doing last season and going into this season, I might start going. I heard there's a new section now where it's you pay I think $30 or whatever, and it's a standing only section.
Okay.
But they have like all you can eat hot dogs and nachos.
So I'll tell you, my friend Dan invited me to a game, and where the company works for, they have season tickets and they have good seats. It's right by the cheerleaders tunnel, so it's awesome.
Those are great.
Oh yeah, I wave to them all the time, and they spoiled me. Like we went down, we got in the section where we go down this area, and we had like barbecue catered food with like some nice deli meats and cheeses, and all you can eat nachos, ice cream, popcorn, drinks, beer, soda. It was all you want.
My kind of party.
Oh my gosh. So it was my first time going to the Vivint Smart Home Arena where the Jazz play now. First time going there as the new structure. And I can't go back unless I do it that way again. I can't go back to those nosebleeds, man. I've done it right, and I can't go back. I've been spoiled now. Thanks, Dan.
You know what? I did go there to the Vivint Smart Home Arena since they've changed it all over.
Yeah, looks cool.
Just recently for the Kevin Hart special.
It looks cool, right?
It was badass. Yeah.
How was that? That was a pretty awesome special, I heard.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I can't say anything about it though.
All right, yeah, you're under contract.
I'm under contract.
so that was fun, yeah. And that's why it's hard for me because people say, "Oh, aren't you like you don't go to any Jazz games?" I'm like, "No, you don't understand. I used to go to the era of Stockton to Malone and Hornacek. Like that's when I went, and they played." The Spurs, David Robinson. Like I went to those games. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, because there was always superstars on every team.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Like I went to these games.
Yes, that's awesome.
And I've been to like legendary games. Like I went to the game where Stockton got the assist.
Yeah, we were there at these record-breaking
when they retired their jerseys. Like I went to these games. So I went to all these legendary games. So it's hard for me to go to just some random Jazz game when there's no. I don't like to say no really big key players, but. They have some great team members, but they don't have like people don't talk about them all the time. Like, oh, watch out for the Jazz because they have this person. Like people aren't like too threatened. But now I'm excited. I think we got a good team going, and I'm excited for this season, like you said. But I'm gonna transition back in sports. Well, last topic on sports. De La Hoya,
Golden Boy,
the Golden Boy. He has his gold. What's his promotion called?
Golden Boy Promotions.
Golden Boy Promotions. Is it just that?
Yeah.
But it was all purely boxing.
Yep.
And we're big Pacquiao fans, obviously. Mm-hmm. So we watched that fight at your house. You had that fight one time when Pacquiao ended his career,
and Pacquiao looked up to De La Hoya. So it was kind of like a bittersweet moment, I guess, for him.
Yeah, but it was they have mutual respect, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's coming into the MMA world now. Promotions. I don't know if you heard of this.
I just heard about it today when you talked about this topic.
And we didn't discuss it yet. I just told him I want to talk about it here, but he had a fight brewing. And it's finally been announced that November 24th, he's going to promote his first MMA fight. And the headliner is Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell 3. They've already fought twice.
So who is he promoting?
What do you mean who's he?
Which fighter? Or does he
promotes the whole thing. It's basically like UFC. Instead of UFC or Bellator, it's Golden Boy MMA.
He created his own fight network.
Yes, Golden Boy MMA.
Oh, damn.
So he's not really. Okay,
this is
backing up a fighter.
I thought he was actually promoting one of the fighters.
No,
yes.
no. It's the organization,
Holy
Golden Boy MMA.
Shit.
I think that's the name, Golden Boy MMA. But it's going to be MMA fighters and fighting. So I don't know who else is on the roster yet, but that's the biggest names.
I
and
think
that's the
he's
biggest
smart
headliner.
for doing this.
Because MMA is so big right now?
MMA is so big, and boxing, it's continually... I love boxing. I don't
like boxing anymore.
I love it. And I can't stand when I see shit go down where they cheat the winning
Corrupt.
fighter. Oh yeah, and it's so blatant sometimes. And even the announcers would be like, "Oh my God, this is why boxing is dying."
Yeah, I've heard
this
them
is
say
so
that.
blatant and in your face lies and cheat. Like,
Yeah.
like everyone knows this fighter just won, and they announce it as a loss. Like that's complete BS, and this is why boxing is a dying sport. And I'm like, I agree, because after like 2 or 3 of those big events go down like that, it like completely turns you off to boxing. Like, I used to be watching every week on Showtime and HBO.
Right.
And I've probably tuned in maybe like twice this year.
I don't watch boxing. Even the last Pacquiao fight this year, I didn't even watch.
I watched the highlights of it. I actually didn't even realize he was going to be fighting until like a week before the fight.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't really care for boxing anymore. I mean, I love
it. Was
MMA.
a good fight though. He knocked the dude out.
Did he?
Pacquiao knocked that dude out.
I didn't even know. I know he won, but I didn't even know how.
Yeah, and he hadn't done that in a long time. He hadn't knocked anybody out since.
Was this somebody though, or is this a nobody?
Oh no, he took a belt.
Oh, he took a belt?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, interesting. But there's so many belts too in boxing. It's like I don't even know.
Well, you got to be good to get a belt.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like
it's a world championship belt.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a WBO. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I love MMA.
Was it a Pac-12
big,
belt? I don't know.
Pac-12. I'm a big UFC fan. I like Bellator too. But me and Edna, my wife, we watch it all the time.
I like the old K1 fights. Those were like...
Oh, okay. One's like in Japan?
Yeah, where you had a fight after fight
like a tournament.
Fight. Yeah.
Like a tournament style.
Yeah, that's like the real shit.
What do you think about this Tito versus Chuck? Do you think it's going to win?
I think Tito's going to win.
You think Tito's going to win? Yeah. Tito's fought recently. He's fought like a year and a half.
Tito's been staying in shape and fighting.
I looked it up.
So
January.
Speaking of Tito.
Okay.
So in my old house I had in West Jordan, my next door neighbor, he was a huge Tito Ortiz fan.
All right.
Like on his nuts bad.
Okay.
And since then we had kept in contact through Facebook and stuff, so we're still friends. I still see what he's up to. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, he is now in Tito Ortiz's corner. Tito Ortiz flies him to Cali or wherever their fights are.
Yeah, Huntington Beach.
And then he will even like drive to pick up other fighters from the airports and drive them to their hotels, drive them to the fights. And then he's in their corners. He's the corner man for Tito Ortiz now.
The corner man is more like, here's some water for you.
Yeah, he's some water for you. Hey, what do you want me to do?
That's cool though. I mean, I don't hate on that at all.
Not at all.
Especially if that's
he was
who you
the
looked up to.
biggest fan.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now he works for him.
I think that's...
So he works for Coca-Cola here in Utah.
Okay.
But whenever there's a fight or something, Tito Ortiz will fly him out.
Is he going to go to this fight then and guess?
I guarantee he will be.
I think that's really awesome. I love that when people have a dream like that and they go through and do whatever they got to do to get there.
I am so jealous that he was able to do that.
That's pretty awesome.
I haven't really seen him since and actually talked to him to ask him about it, but I'm jealous.
Well, so Tito hasn't fought since January 2017.
Yes, recently.
So a year and a half ago. He has a fight a year and a half ago. By the time this fight's in November, it's November 24th. It's a Saturday after Black Friday. So it's going to be almost 2 years, because January, and this will be November. So almost just shy of 2 years of his last fight. But he's still in good shape, because he does train and he has fought recently. Chuck, let me look here. Chuck hasn't fought since 2010. And that was coming off of 3 losses in a row. So
I think this is a money fight.
But Chuck has won the last. So this is part 3, but they fought twice. Chuck has won both times. They're both old as shit though. They're both 40. Tito's 43. Chuck's 48. Chuck will, I think. I don't know, but they're 43, 48. They're both.
I think Tito Ortiz is going to take this real easy.
Ground and pound. That's his game. Ground and pound.
I think he'll get with his little stick leg, get a good kick on him and then ground and pound.
Yeah,
but I think a more exciting fight, because their ages would match up a little bit better, would be Randy Couture and Liddell.
Oh, that'd be a good one. I think Randy would win, though.
Yeah, I don't think neither one of us have
Captain
high hopes
America
for Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, anything recently you hear of Tito is he's got a fight coming up, or he's trash talking because he's going to promote a fight. Anything you hear about Chuck is that he's drunk somewhere, getting in some type of brawl or something. I don't know.
I wonder if he still has his weird little skunk haircut.
I think he does.
Oh my god,
I think he does. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What's funny about the guy is he's never really been in shape, but he kicks ass.
No, he's been in shape. I mean, he's got like maybe a little beard.
I've never seen him with like a six-pack. He's always got a gut. He's muffin top in every fight.
But underneath it, he's pretty rock solid.
Yeah, but still, it's like, I mean, he must hit like a truck.
Because, yeah, I think so. I mean, I've heard that.
Because if if you can not like that body doesn't look like it knows how to run a lot. So
Did you like the Conor Floyd Mayweather fight?
hell no.
You didn't like it?
No. I didn't like
liked
any of
it.
it. I knew it was all hype. I knew it was all BS.
Yeah.
They were like making this huge thing in the media, like they're talking trash on each other back and forth because to hype it up so much.
Right. Well, yeah.
I already knew how this outcome was going to be. Just like every other Mayweather fight, it's so boring. It's so much hype, and then just the most boringest fight.
So Conor has a fight coming up, and Floyd said, "Hey, I don't know much about this fighter Khabib that Conor's fighting, but I've heard he's good on the ground. So I think if Conor keeps the standing, he's got a good chance. Conor's a warrior. If you want to train at my gym, come on down." So almost like a olive branch, I guess you could say.
Well, I can guarantee they were buddies during this whole promotion for their fight. They were.
I don't think so.
I think they were coordinating with each other.
Well, Conor responded, and he said, "Fuck the Mayweathers."
Really?
That's what his response was, except for Senior and some other family member. So basically, he's like, "No, I'll pass on that offer." So that was his response.
I wonder if there was some other trash talking going on behind the scenes.
I don't think they were in cahoots about it.
I
I mean, yeah, they were both promoting it, but I don't think. So, I think Conor, and I think it was a tweet actually.
Well,
Conor responded. Hold on. Conor responded saying something like "get in" or shut, because basically Floyd has mentioned the idea of "I'll step in the octagon."
Exactly what I was going to say. I think they're planting a seed.
We'll see. I mean, I hope so.
A seed. It's going to turn into another big thing, and then he's going to agree to fight in the ring, and he will lose in the ring to Conor McGregor, but it will not hurt his boxing career. He will still have an undefeated boxing
Well, here's the
career.
thing.
So this is a money-making scheme. I know.
That's okay.
That's what he's
I'm
all
okay
about.
with that because I want to see Floyd get his ass kicked.
I would love that, but it's not going to be. He's going to get tapped out. It's going to be real quick. Get him in an armbar, he'll tap out, fight's over. But they just both made $50 million.
Oh, we'll see.
I know.
Because here's the thing: Floyd didn't smash Conor in the ring, but Conor could easily smash Floyd in the octagon, like just beat him to a pulp. And I hope he does. So that'll be interesting.
I think he'll tap. They're in cahoots.
So I want to talk about some other things. So as of recently, the big news I see on everyone's Facebook and everyone's Instagram, everyone's talking about Proposition 2 in Utah.
Yep.
I don't know a whole lot. Tell me your side, because I know you're for it.
Yeah, completely.
I am actually very open-minded. So, in fact, I'm open-minded. I would love to interview somebody on either our podcast or my other podcast on the who's ever for it and whoever's against it. I want to hear both sides. I'm very open-minded to it, and I want to hear both sides. And if you guys want, if you know someone that's big into that world, that's on the pro or con, please have them reach out to me on my Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at D Van Otten. I'll probably link it in our description. But I want to interview someone from both sides. So if you know someone, have them reach out to me, or you reach out to me and I'll contact them. But tell me why you're for it. Or tell me a little bit, what is it? So people that don't know what it is, what is it?
It's the legalization of medical cannabis in Utah.
Now, the key word you just said is medical.
Medical.
Right? It's not recreational.
Not recreational.
It's medical.
Right.
All right. And a little bit more detail.
So they're trying to pass it on the ballot.
Okay.
Well, it is going to be
November.
on the ballot for November.
For November.
So there's a lot of anti-Proposition 2 organizations, mainly the LDS Church.
Do you see both sides of it? The pros and cons?
No.
Okay.
I only see the pros. There is absolutely no cons to it.
Okay.
People have been using this for millennia.
Marijuana.
Okay. It's cannabis.
The
This has
weed.
been-
The ganja.
There has been 0 deaths caused by this. Zero.
Like overdose deaths, you mean?
Zero deaths related to it. Anything
sure?
related to it.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do it. It's hard to say that car accident that killed somebody, they weren't high on weed at the time. Like, we don't know all facts,
Okay, let's
right?
say that caused it to their body. Them ingesting it into their body is the reason why they died. It did something to their body.
Yeah, so they won't overdose on
Nobody can overdose from it.
Yeah.
Nobody, like, you shouldn't drive.
You can, but you have to smoke like 4 pounds.
No, you have to smoke like 15 pounds.
Oh, really?
At once.
Oh, you know that fact? That's
yeah,
funny. I just made
it
that
is impossible.
Okay.
Like, it can never be done. It would probably take you years.
All right.
It'd have to be done at that very moment.
All right.
Which is impossible. So there's no way. It's never happened. Nobody's ever overdosed from it. And there's many ways to take it. So there's medicinally, you can eat it.
All right.
So you can put it in food or whatever. And then there's 2 forms.
What do they call those again?
Edibles.
Edibles, yeah.
So they have CBD and they have THC.
Okay.
CBD is actually legal in Utah.
CBD is
CBD,
legal. What is
CBD?
CBD comes from marijuana, though?
Yes. It's the non-psychoactive particle of the plant.
Because THC is the
psychoactive particle that gets you the head high.
So what can you do with CBD, or why is it legal
CBD, as a topical, like salve, oh my god, it's amazing on pains.
Okay.
So from my own experience, I've had back pain, like lower back muscle pain.
All right.
So just from long drives or whatever. And I'm like, okay, my back is sore, it's stiff, whatever. Stop off at a dispensary to get some of that salve.
Okay.
So I get some of that, rub it on my back instantly. So you've tried like icy hot, and it gives you that like sensation. It does nothing for your pain, but it just gives it that that heating and the cooling sensation, and it just feels good on it.
Okay.
The CBD doesn't do that. It doesn't give you the icy hot effect. It just like all of a sudden your muscles just go, thanks, bro.
Because it relaxes it? Is that what you're saying?
It feels great.
Okay.
It's like, and it's instant.
Okay.
So I'll rub it on there, and then as I go to sit down, I'm like, oh my god.
That's the CBD.
Yeah, that's the CBD. Okay. Topical THC is not going to do anything for you.
All right.
Because it has to be go into your bloodstream through either inhalation or ingestion.
Oh, okay.
An edible or smoking it.
Okay.
But CBD is great. But when it comes to THC, the part that they're trying to legalize on Proposition 2,
all right.
Now I've seen that do wonders for cancer. I've actually seen it. With
THC?
My own, yes, THC.
Okay.
So a buddy of mine had made THC capsules. He extracted it, broke it all down into
like a gel
oil,
okay.
and then put it in
a
and
capsule.
dosed it to certain milligrams in capsules for his wife who was suffering from cancer.
Can I ask what kind of cancer?
I don't know the name, but it was a type that was completely non-treatable. It was to the point where you're terminal.
Was it a certain
It was completely through her whole body and the blood.
Okay.
Like,
so it was an very extreme case.
Bedridden hospice.
Okay. That's why I asked. I just want to see the extreme.
She was bedridden for months. When he finally got to the point where he's going to try it, she was actually getting out of bed. She was scaring the hospice nurses. The hospice nurses would be there. She'd be on her bed, and they'd think she's about to die soon. Well, he had just given her medicine doses. Yeah. So she was just high as shit.
Okay.
So, couple hours later, after it kind of like wears down off a little bit, she was getting out of bed and cooking and freaking these nurses out. Like they thought her ghost just walked by, that she died and her ghost just walked by.
Oh, wow.
And so they were like checking in on her, like freaked out for a second. And then it got to the point where hospice was like not needed anymore.
Interesting.
And then the sad part about it all was, in the end,
yeah,
it was the lactic acid that got her. Too much lactic acid built up. Yeah.
In her body.
Yeah, but the cancer itself was actually leaving. So she would get her stomach pumped so often. And it was always this large amounts of like yellowish orange liquid, large amounts.
Okay. That's the lactic acid?
No. Oh. That's just fluids building up in her stomach because of the tumors, the cancers, everything. Just it was they had to pump it out of her stomach. Well, all of a sudden, after he started treating her, after a good little while, the amount of fluid was getting smaller and smaller.
Okay.
To the point where all of a sudden it wasn't this liquid anymore. It was this like black stuff coming out.
Wow.
Like the doc, and everyone knows, like in the medical field, the only thing that your body comes out of your body that's black is dead cells.
Okay.
Well, with what THC does is when it's it almost like makes the cancer cells like stop what they're doing. And then your white cells can come in and attack those cancer cells, because the cancer cells, what they do is they multiply faster than the white cells can attack them.
Interesting.
Well, with THC, it completely stops or slows down cancer cells from multiplying to where the white cells can come in and attack these cancer cells.
Wow. So
after dosing for it was expensive because he had to buy a lot of it to make what he was making.
Okay.
So if you break it down to the amount he was giving her, like almost a half ounce to an ounce a day.
Wow.
And that's a lot. That's expensive.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So it was working. It was doing the job. She was getting up. She was terminal to where when she was diagnosed with that, she had 1 year to live.
Right.
She was well beyond that, in the 2 years.
Okay.
Like over 2 years into it.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's a... You know, because it's natural. It naturally grows, marijuana.
I actually heard another case exactly similar. 2 other cases exactly similar to what my buddy was doing.
Yeah.
Where they actually... They treated it earlier on in the stages to where they actually are cancer-free.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
And you know, the government still... It's a big thing because Big Pharma runs a lot of stuff.
Oh, of course.
So they want to keep it illegal because they know they're going to lose billions.
Yeah.
Anybody associated with Big Pharma that has stocks in Big Pharma don't want to lose money.
Of course.
So they're doing everything they can to keep it illegal.
But they can just get into
it's not just that. I mean,
field that they want.
Textile companies, you know, the hemp,
right.
create CBD. So there's the two kinds of plants. You have your plant that grows buds that the THC is on, and then you have the plants that are just like big trees that don't produce any THC, and they just have CBD in it. That's where they get the CBD oil, but then they can also use that tree for paper and textile.
Okay.
And so those companies also see a danger coming at them for losing money. So they also wanted to keep... So they're going to put... All these companies that are going to lose money are going to invest in trying to keep it illegal. That's why a plant is illegal in the first place. Like, how is a plant going to be illegal? That's stupid.
I mean, I guess I see the... Because I like to look at... I always look at all sides. I should be a judge, I think. I always look at all sides. But I guess because it mind alters people that use it. You know, they do stupid things when they're on it, or they lack... I don't know. They have impairments. There's impairments involved. You can't deny it. I think that's why.
That's why it should be governed like alcohol. Don't
because there's impairment too. You're right. You're right about that too. Alcohol's an impairment.
What alcohol does to people. There's alcoholism. I mean, people get addicted to it. There's never been a case of anyone addicted to marijuana.
Right.
But people are addicted to alcohol and in cigarettes.
Those are both completely people are legal. Addicted to marijuana, though. I think some people are. I think easily become
people get dependent on it, but if you were to take it away from them, they're not going to have withdrawals.
They don't have withdrawals, but I think they will freak out.
They have a mental... It'll be a mental thing for them.
Addiction's a mental thing.
It'll be more... It doesn't do things to your body that's going to cause you to have withdrawals and die.
Right, yes.
So they will be habit forming. People can make it a habit.
Yeah.
And depend on their habit just because they feel like it's something they have to go through every day to function. But if you were to take that habit away from them, they're not going to die because of it.
I don't think addiction necessarily has to be a negative. No,
people can be addicted to chocolate,
coffee,
Diet Cokes.
Right. But so I do think people can be addicted to marijuana. But not in the presence of you take it away, they're gonna have withdrawals and have seizures and stuff.
Exactly.
But
and that's where people are, misinformed on that too, because they think people can be addicted to it, and they think, oh, if my kids see it and they're gonna do it, like.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Well, so tell us your guys' opinion. I want to hear other people's opinions. I want to, if you know people in that field like I was talking about, have them reach out to us, have them comment. If you're watching our YouTube channel of this, you can put comments in there, or you can just message me. I want to hear it. But we're going to transition because I think a lot of people liked our candy comparison on that last episode.
So today
you found something very interesting on Facebook.
Yeah, and I tagged you in it because I was like, we should probably touch on this.
Yeah, and that's why if you're watching our YouTube,
touch our tongues on this.
If you watch our YouTube, you're actually recording in my kitchen, and I'm going to hit something on my microwave as you kind of explain.
What it is apple pie with cheddar cheese on top. So this started in England, and it was what they had was this dairy-based sauce, and when the settlers came over here to the New World, they started it in New England and replaced the sauce with cheddar cheese. And so it became pretty popular there. And the reason why, I guess, was because back then the apples tasted like shit. Like, there was no flavor, I guess.
They weren't modified like they are today.
Oh, we love modifications on our fruit, right?
we make them extra sweet now. Extra tart.
So anyways, that's what they did. And to this day, people continue to do that. Well, in Vermont... In 1999, they passed a law that required restaurants to make a good faith effort to serve apple pie with either ice cream, cold milk, or a slice of cheddar. And good faith, people, do what's right. So it's still going on over there, and I guess one of the things they say is an apple pie without the cheese is like a kiss without the squeeze. Live by it, folks. So here we are. We're gonna try this. We just melted some cheese.
We're gonna give it a try. So we got a couple
Oh
slices.
my god, I'm kind of excited.
Of apple pie from the new Harmon's in Riverton. We got a couple slices. We put some melted cheese on top. Now, real quick, when you first showed this to me, I was grossed out.
Yeah, I was like, ew.
But then I started thinking. I actually looked at a couple forums about it.
Sweet and salt, everything.
Yeah, kettle corn's great.
Kettle corn's amazing, and I even mix it with regular movie popcorn.
But you notice when you get like one of those like energy snack packs, they have like craisins, apples, slices, cheese,
Peanuts.
almonds, and so it's like
Sweet.
yeah,
Everything's sweet and salty.
Or
ready to go.
have you ever been to like a party and had a tray and they had like cheese, crackers, fruit? So it's like it kind of makes sense a little bit.
Yeah, the more I was thinking about it, the more I was liking the idea.
And so now you think the saltiness of the cheese and then the tartness of the apples
And the sweetness
of the caramelization. It sounds very interesting, and I love apple pie.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
All right, let's get.
I gotta get some cheese.
I want to make sure I get a good amount
some
of
crust and a nice size.
I hope it's not too hot to melt our
If
mouth.
you make this molten lava, I swear
Oh,
to
it
God.
seems okay. I touched it. I almost don't taste it.
I was gonna say I almost don't taste cheese at all.
I'm gonna get. Okay, I'm getting because it's more chewy. I'm getting more cheese on the back end. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of cheese on this one. More
Alright.
cheese than anything.
Sorry for the silence as we chew. I don't know.
I can't taste the cheese.
I don't really notice the
The
difference.
sweetness of the apples takes all the cheese flavor away.
Yeah, I don't. And we had a slice of this cheese before we even
Yeah, it was
started
pretty
this podcast
strong.
just to taste the cheese.
It was a strong cheddar.
It's a good brand of cheese. We didn't
Tillamook.
yeah we didn't chinch out here. We got some good cheese. We got some good pie. And
Oh, another thing they would do is they would also put the cheese in the stuffing,
the filling.
the filling, or they would put it inside the crust when they fold the crust over.
Mm-hmm.
Stuffed crust.
Pizza stuffed crust, or the
Pizza.
pie stuffed crust. I almost got a bite of purely cheese with a little bit. Yeah, I don't really notice it. So, yeah, it's fine. If you guys want to try it, go for it. Why not give it a shot? But if you guys have some good ideas for us for other things you want us to try or experiment with, I'm open-minded. Are you?
I'm open-minded.
I'll eat almost anything.
I'll try anything
We've
once.
eaten balut.
Yeah, I ate lots of
Research
food.
that. We've eaten balut, so we'll try about anything. But anyway, you anything else you want to share?
If you are for Prop 2 or against Prop 2, go vote.
Yeah, so November, the primaries.
November, yeah. This is the only time like voting within the state that I think actually makes a difference.
Because you don't vote.
Not for presidents.
You vote like for the primaries, like the Utah stuff. You vote a lot.
Not a lot, but for things that I am for. Some things
Okay.
I don't give a shit about, and I won't
Okay.
vote. But things that I am for, I'll go out of my way and vote. But I
Alright.
think it's been years since I voted.
Okay.
But this is something that actually is going to help a lot of people.
Okay. So I
This
see your
is-
point.
And if anyone is interested in that CBD that is legal here in Utah, I actually just got affiliated with a company called Green Horizon. But Horizon is spelled with a Z-E-N at the end. Zen.
Okay. All right.
So Green Horizon, I'll be able to distribute tons of different kinds of CBD products.
Oh, interesting.
So hit me up on Facebook, Dale Van Otten, VANOTTEN, and I can help you out with that.
Yeah, and convince me. So I want to hear people's sides. I have no opinion, and I have not decided where I'm voting or which way I'm voting. So come talk to me and see if you can convince me either way. All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Oh, real quick.
Damn you, I just ended
Real
it.
quick. This apple pie with cheese
Uh
was like a kiss, but I didn't feel the squeeze.
huh. You're a nerd. See you guys later. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.